Hey, what's good? What's going on, everybody? You already know who this is, and it's definitely your utmost higher goddess herself. Shark coming back at you once again, man, here at the P.E.G podcast. That's Positive Energy Generation, because we dead for life, choosing the positivity through all the negativity that's going on in the world. And you know what I'm saying? I'll be in my bag with Artists of the Week, guests, public figures, and man, I had to really dig in my bag for this one. It's an artist coming out of Amarillo, Texas. And I'm saying that right, Amarillo, Texas. I hope I'm not butchering it. He was raised in Chicago. Also has siblings, so when you have siblings, it's a hard life. It's not just you and your mom; it's other mouths to feed. You know what I'm saying? So not only that, but he has paved the way for himself to find a new sound to bring into the world. So I'm going to not do no justice for this introduction. I'm gonna bring on the one and only Mr. Adrian. I ain't gonna butcher his name. Mr. King Taco, the king himself is in the building. Let's get it. Let's go. What's going on, bro?
Good, what's good?
Hey man, I'm not the one for pronouncing words, so I ain't want to butcher your last name. But they get the picture. King Taco is in the building. How you feeling?
Yup.
So
Man, what an introduction.
thank you. I be trying to get better with it, but let everybody know a little bit about King Taco before we get the ball rolling. Who is King Taco and how he become an artist?
Well, well, the name came about. It's kind of crazy, but I was working at a steel plant and motherfuckers just started calling me Taco. Maybe on some racist stuff, maybe on some just like joking around stuff, but it just stuck,
Yeah,
so it just yeah, it just stuck with me. So I just used the name and I ran with it.
that's funny. Like you didn't think nothing of it at first when they was calling you Taco. But like, did you like these motherfuckers? But you just rolled it off your shoulder, or it was just something you thought was pretty funny.
It always I don't really take things personal. I
Got you.
just kind of like I just it takes a lot to get me angry.
Right.
I'm just there to get do the job and go home. So,
I got you.
I thought it was like more on some like joking around kind of stuff, but
Sure.
I didn't think the nickname was actually gonna stick, but that shit stuck
Nah,
like
it's
glue.
stuck for real. Hey, Taco. I can only hear that on the floor. Everybody said Taco. You know what I'm saying? But that's dope. When I saw it, I was like, King Taco. At first I was like, is this racist? Like, is it racist? Like, but then I was like, maybe it's a different way. So I love to ask people how they get the name, where it come from, because it's always a backstory to it. So you was raised with five other siblings, right? And
Yep, yep.
was your mother a single mother? Was you in a single mother household, or did you have two parents?
No, I was in a single mother
Single mother
household. I didn't
household.
have my father wasn't around, uh, and she did everything on her own. She tried to raise us as the best she can. Like I said, I had four other siblings at the time when I was growing up. My little brother came about later on in life, and she grinded the best way she could.
Yeah.
We was on like welfare. She was working at odd jobs, and like just trying to survive.
Right. So you saw your mom basically be the mother and the father. Be the provider of the household. Make sure you guys have food, clothes for you guys. She might not have the best stuff, but y'all did go without. You feel me? So, going through that experience, how did music come about? Going through, dealing with other siblings, and now watching mommy struggle. How did you find the passion, or wanting to find the passion of singing or music? Period.
Yeah, well, honestly, I didn't start making music. I didn't even think about starting making music until just about 4 years ago.
Oh shit.
I'm still kind of new in the game, but you know, um, I mean, I've always loved music since I was a kid.
Yeah.
Loved listening to R&B music. I wasn't really big into the hip hop, you know,
Yeah.
rapping and stuff, but I was just big into music and at a whole. My mom loved music. She loved to listen to R&B. She liked listening to all the old stuff like Boys to Men, Michael Jackson, Whitney Houston, all that soul stuff. So, I just got caught up in that, you know, and listening to little CDs and everything. And, I always loved to sing. I didn't know I could sing very well at all. So, I was just I never had the resources or the opportunity to
Yeah.
go into a recording studio and trying to record something. I never thought that was in my life at all because, when I was growing up, like all I knew was just grow up, get a job, and try to provide for your family.
Basically.
I didn't know any other option. I didn't know anything else. It was just when you get older, you're gonna get a job and you just gotta provide for your family. That's it. So, that came about way later in life. My homeboy was just like, we was doing karaoke and, I always sung at work and just like, because I just love to sing. And he was like, yo, you got a good voice. I think you can do this. And he's like, let me get a studio set up for you and we can get something going. Like, I told him like I never even wrote a song before,
Hey.
never even thought about writing a song until about 4 years ago. So I wrote my first song, I sung it to him. He was like, you got a gift somehow, so we just started recording I just been running with it ever since.
Yo, the way you sound, bro, it cannot, you cannot, you would have never thought you just started 4 years ago. I'm going ahead and let you know. You have a really good sound. I love the sound. And I love your voice itself. Like, me and the team, we was going through finding different artists. You've came across our table a couple times. But then it was like the song itself. I was like, bro, listen to bro Melanie, without the song itself, just your voice itself. I was like, yeah, that's a gift. You know what I'm saying? So to know that you only been doing it really for 4 years, you started 4 years ago. That's crazy. That's crazy. There's some people that been
Yeah.
doing it like all their life and still can't hit some of these notes. You feel me? So I like it, bro. You gotta keep going. You grew up, well, you're born in Chicago, Illinois, but then you moved to Amarillo, Texas, but you grew up in Dunkirk, New York.
Yeah, no, well, like I said, I moved around a whole lot.
Yeah.
So I was born in Chicago. I moved to Dunkirk when I was like probably like 5 or 6. I lived here for just about maybe about 2, 3 years. I moved to Florida for a year, and then I moved to Amarillo, Texas, and then I stayed there for you know until I was about 13, 14. Then we moved back to Dunkirk, New York, about 30 minutes outside of Buffalo, 30 minutes from Erie, Pennsylvania. And we lived here, and I lived here ever since. I'm still here now. It's been, I want to say, about 12 years or so I've been living here.
Yeah.
And yeah, so people say like, where are you raised? Where's your hometown? I really don't got no hometown like that because I was just everywhere. We
Yeah.
moved all the time, and I never had like friends, like homeboys, solid friends that I knew for years and years and years. Like so. Everything was always new to me. Every time we moved, there was a new city. It was a new house. It was a new school, new people. So it was hard to make friends when I was growing up like that because I didn't have like the connection
Yeah.
that other people have. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and then you kind of like know what to expect. You're gonna at some point in time you're gonna be moving. So it's like, how can I make a solid friend when I know this is only gonna be temporary? You know, um, I hear a lot of people talk about that, whether they're military kids or whether they had a single mother or however it was, the mother was trying to make it work, so they bounced around from here to here, just trying to make things work. And then but those are where you find your who you are. I feel like those times made you. You was able to see mommy work hard, no matter the situation, and now you're a hard worker, and you found some passion in between there. So your sound is really like he had said a mix between R&B, a little bit of trap and soul. You feel me? You can kind of hear it. So you talked about how R&B came into your sector. Where you started get the trap and soul? Like how did you hear the trap and soul? You're like, all right, I'm gonna combine that into my music.
I mean, like I said, I listened to a lot of old school music, so that was kind of like what I was getting at first. But like I listened to hip hop and trap and all that stuff too. Like I listened to just about a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
And like when I was first writing my first song, man, I just I was just like, how can I implement as much as I can?
Yeah.
I always just thought like, there's so many people making music nowadays. There's millions and millions of artists because the equipment is cheap now. People can just record inside their bedroom. Like,
Yeah.
it's so easy. So I always thought from the beginning, how can I stick out the most? And I felt like uh, being as versatile as I can is going to help me stick out, out from everybody else that's making music. So, I just wanted to implement a little bit of everything. So I got ideas and I listened to a lot of different music,
Yeah.
you know, just, you know, do anything I can on any beat, boom, bap, trap, soul, R&B, pop music. Like
Yeah.
I just try to make everything. And if I never made it before, I'm gonna try it at least.
Yeah, I'm excited because like I said, I love your voice. Let's actually talk about the song you featured for Artist of the Week. That one, TLC and Dream Chasing are definitely dope as hell. If y'all know nothing about it, you behind, so you will be featured to the podcast, and make sure you check it out. You can also follow him on social media to check it out. And we're gonna give it to you in a bit. But let's talk about since this was your first time actually being a songwriter, actually becoming an official artist out there to the public. All right, then you move from that to actually writing a song. How did we go from being a songwriter firsthand to writing TLC and Dream Chasing?
And so, I mean, I never really like I said, I never really wrote music. 4 years ago was the first time I wrote a song. Like I just got inspiration from just people around me, just listening to all the different types of music. You know,
Yeah,
TLC is like I got a lot of inspiration from Scrubs by TLC.
yeah,
The old school jam.
yeah,
How can I like implement this and make it more like new school and just kind of like put my own flavor in it, put my own thing in it.
yeah,
That one just like it just sometimes like I listen to a beat and if it's hard and I love the beat, man, words just come out.
yeah,
I like writing the love songs. I like writing struggle music. Like I like to talk about my life. I like to talk about my love life. Like I like to make people feel, you know what I'm
mm-hmm.
saying? Like
Yeah,
I don't want
very
somebody
much
just
so.
listen to the song and be like, oh, that's good. Like I want a motherfucker to cry.
Yeah,
I want you to listen to be like, man, I want it to be relatable. I want people to just like to be so relatable that it's stuck. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like it's stuck in your head. You can't get it out. You're like, man, if it's a sad song about a love song or something about a girl, you're like, man, fuck that bitch.
yeah.
Like, I'm saying? Like I want them to play that back to back to back and be
Nah,
like,
facts.
man,
I
you know what I'm
felt that.
saying?
I felt that like especially when I heard TLC. That's the song that caught my attention. When I heard TLC. I'm like, oh, dang, play that back real quick. And when I heard it again, I was like, dang, bro. A lot of people, first of all, one, I don't like this, like when people do remix of a lot of old songs. Cause some people mess it up. Some people mess it up. But I always like to see the creativity, like how they got there and what made them put that song with the song they wrote now. And so like when I heard your song, I was like, yo, like you say, it made me feel like damn, fuck that bitch, bro. Like damn, bro. So like keep
Right,
doing it because I love when you can get artists to put more than just words on a piece of paper. You know what I'm saying?
right, right.
And you was able to get them to feel with that. So when you wrote TLC, was it like I said it was just for the emotions, or Dream Chasing was about emotions too? So like, what was the emotion that you had writing TLC, and then the emotion that you had writing Dream Chasing?
So, like TLC, I was just feeling like, I just got, like I said, I got inspiration from the song and I was like, man, like, some of these women, they don't want no scrub. They do this. They don't want this. They don't want that. Like they want an independent man. They want all these things. But I just thought, man, like, what if I changed it to like a man's perspective almost,
Mm,
and just like, but not just like some dude that, you know, like somebody that like has feelings, because all the time, people are like, oh God, men, they hide their feelings. Men,
yeah,
this and that. And I just like I was like, man, like men can have feelings too, and like a lot of guys are nowadays they like saying like they the alpha, they do whatever, they have bitches, they fuck bitches, they do this, they do that. Like I didn't want to do that. There's a lot of people out there that they good men and they want to be with one person and
Yeah.
like all this stuff. So like those are some of the emotions I felt when I was writing TLC. And dream chasing came from, you know, uh that's actually like an older song. I dropped that one probably like 2 years ago. But I just, at the time I was writing music, not really like about anything, just kind of like, just talking shit, you know what I'm saying? Like not really, you know, um really writing anything meaningful.
Yeah.
That was probably one of my first meaningful songs. I said, I want people to know about what I've been through, because there's probably been hundreds of thousands of people that have been through the same thing, like the struggle, their mom working on welfare, trying to provide for all these kids, like my mom always said education was like the key to success, educate yourself and not only just book smart, but like street smart, like know about life, know about emotions of people, how to read a room, how to
Yeah.
live in a certain environment, and that's when I was like, man, I gotta write a song like because this is something like I'm not the only one that's been through this kind of things,
No.
There's people that have been through far worse than me, you know. And I wanted to just reach out and touch those people so that they can be like, man, I'm not alone in this world. You know what I'm saying? I'm not
Yeah.
alone. I've been through all this stuff in my life that hurt me, that real hard struggle. I just didn't want people to feel alone,
Yeah. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with that because, like, me too. I don't like nobody to feel alone, because I feel like nothing we're doing, we're alone. It just seemed like it, what I'm saying? Especially when the people around you are not really going through it. Like, maybe it's only you going through it. You have to find, it's literally more people going through, we're going through similar situations that just may not play out the same, but we're going through similar situations. From you watching, becoming a man, you're watching as a young child, your mom struggled, you're finding who you are. Like you said, you have to. Is people don't. I don't know. If most people go through it, but I know I didn't grow up with a father either, and I saw how it affected my brother. I saw how how he cared but didn't care. When people asked us about our father, it was like we cared but we didn't care. Because it was more my mom is here. That's the one. So as a young boy growing into a man, and now you are being examples of other children who's looking up to you, especially ones that that see themselves in you. What is a message that you would give them, from the journey that you have went through?
I mean, like the only like advice I would probably give anybody in that situation is you know, always try to keep positive mindset, because if you always thinking like, oh, I'm gonna be stuck in this area, this is how I'm gonna be, I'm gonna grow up and this is all I'm gonna do, like, kids gotta dream more. You gotta
Yeah.
dream, because I was stuck in that same kind of like loop, just okay, well, I'm gonna be just like my mom. I'm gonna have a couple kids, I'm gonna have a wife or not. I'm gonna just work and just have a little apartment and just kind of like just go through life with no ambition, so like definitely dream big, because anything can happen. Anything can happen. And I feel like right now, in 4 years, in 4 short years, like I dedicated so much to this, and it's finally starting to pay off. I know people that have been doing this for 12, 13, 15 years,
Yeah.
and they're not going to where they need to be. So it's like, just like the ambition, you got to have ambition, you got to have determination. And if you have a dream, you got to really believe that you can do it,
Yeah.
because you can, you know, like, no, don't let nobody tell you that you can't do nothing, because, like me, like I was told so many times growing up that I was never gonna amount to much. I
And
was just gonna be a thug. I was gonna be a gangbanger. I was just gonna be like just just floating through life
Yeah.
with nothing, with no soul pretty much. And I found a passion that I love, and it's just, you just got to dream big and you just got to live it. You
Yeah.
got to live what you want. You know what I'm
Yeah, I
saying?
rock
It
with
will
that.
happen.
I rock with that because I don't think a lot of times we, as like us, so you think about it when you was a child. I don't think you ever thought about like, damn, what I was gonna be as a teenager, what I'm gonna be going through as an adult. A lot of times we just like, dang, I can't wait to leave this environment. I can go be whatever I want. But I do agree with you. Like looking around now, it's so much distraction. Kids don't have an opportunity to just dream anymore, and chase those dreams. So to see you being the example, you will be able to heal and push our future, you know. So again, I want to lead back to it as well. You was with a single mother, and of course, anybody's gonna ask about their father, like, where's my father? Where's my father? Like here, and that could play a big toll on the identity. You talked about how people prejudge you, say you're just gonna be a thug, a gangster, basically a pillar of your environment, not really gonna do anything, and you chose to do differently from a man's point of view, that went without a father. What is a message that if you could give your father a message, and it could be just anything for the man you are today, not from from growing up as a boy, but to the man you are today. What would be that message you would tell your father, from your heart?
Well, I mean, I actually talked to my father just recently, a couple years back.
Dang, that's what's up.
When I was younger, I didn't even have the ambition to even find out who my father was. I never really questioned it. I just kind of like listened to my mother and to whatever she told me. But I did get a chance to talk to my father, and I just wanted to ask him, like, like what happened between my mother and him, and why he left, and all these things. He gave me a couple of answers, that he was young, and he was just young and dumb, and he didn't know how to be a man because he was a product of his environment also.
Dang.
I told him, like, like, I told him thank you in a way, because I don't know how I would be if I had my father in my life. you know um would I still be making music? Would I still have this kind of ambition to do this, or would I just be like him, you know just a working man, and just living through life? And I pretty much thanked him. I said, you know what, man, like, I get it, you were young, you didn't know what you was doing.
Yeah.
Everybody makes mistakes. I forgave him. I didn't hold no ill will against him, because at the end of the day, you know, um, you gotta, just because your environment is a certain way doesn't mean you gotta be that way. You know,
I like
you
that.
could, pull yourself up by your bootstraps pretty much, and just say, yo, I don't want to live like this. I don't want to be like this. I want to be different. I
Yeah.
want I want to do something different. So, you know, yeah, I thanked him, and I told him a lot about the things that I'm doing now, and he's very grateful. He's happy for me. So yeah, it's just, I
Yeah.
don't
It's
know. It's been a crazy ride so far, for sure.
But I like that you was able to open up that conversation to your father and then let him know, like, yo, maybe even though you can handle, the transition of growing up, because that's really what it is. I feel like a lot of women are forced to grow up because they're left with the kids. They're left to fend for them. They're left, and the guy runs off, because they're not ready. So I like that he admitted, like, I wasn't ready to provide for you. I wasn't ready to be a father. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't ready to grow up, basically. And even though that as a kid, it probably did hurt you. I'm proud of you for let him know that you are the reason why I am who I am today. Because I like I said, I went through it as well. And my brother, he don't really talk to my father. You know what I'm saying? And we've had conversations, and it's kind of hard to like watch that because I know as a child he wanted that. But same thing with him. He wished no ill manner. He's just like you lived your life, I'm living mine. But to see that you didn't turn a blind eye, or you didn't turn your cheeks when you could have. You couldn't be like, well, look, bro, you missed out of knowing me, so I want to get to know you. I like that you was able to open your heart up in a time that was hard and be like, thank you, you know, Cause it
Right.
could be a difference that if he was in the house versus when I say at the same time too. I tell my mom all the time like, I wonder who I would be. No, I kind of don't wonder who I would be if my father was in the house because I wouldn't be me. Like it'd be crazy. It'd be something I wouldn't even know myself. So yeah, he did you a favor. You know what I'm saying? And everything happened for a reason. So I do put nothing but blessings over you, your mom, because she's the reason why you are here today. I'm gonna say happy belated Mother's Day to mom. You feel me? And bro, keep going, man. Your music is it's one of those music you can turn off all the lights. You feel me? And just go into your world. Like if you sad, just like get you a cup and just be like, oh God, I'm sad. You know what I'm saying? Or if you happy, you like, bro, I can have a little party to myself. I'm happy, and you can put it on repeat, and the kids can listen to it too. Like I like, it's not too out there to where the kids like can't listen to it, you know. And I played it in the car. My daughter's like, "Who's that?" I was like, "King Taco," and I literally said, "I was like King Taco." She was like Taco Bell, you know what I'm saying? I was like, "Yeah, King Taco." You know, you gotta think of him like that. Then he ringing all the artists out here, so King Taco. You feel me? But I like the song. I like your creativity. Keep pushing, keep grinding, keep going. Um, I like to be funny, man. So I always play around before we get to the closing of this. And in the order, because people take a bath different. Everybody say, you put your leg on, you put your clothes on one leg at a time. And I don't know, you may put your shirt on before you put your pants on. So, you know what I'm saying? After a nice shower, you feel me? After work, after a nice shower, you wind it down. What's the first thing you grab when you get out the shower?
The first thing I grab when I get out the shower.
Yeah.
Shit. Man, I don't even know. I mean, like like clothes wise or like just like the first thing I do
Yeah,
or
just like first grab, because maybe one of those people like I don't need no towel. I air dry. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you air dry. I don't know if you actually use a towel. You know what I'm saying? What's the first thing you do?
nah, definitely gotta grab the towel first. You
Yeah.
can't just air dry walking around. You know that? Nah, hell nah. Nah, you gotta grab a towel first, put your underwear on, your
Okay.
boxers or whatever the hell y'all wear. You know, like you gotta make sure you dry because how the hell you gonna put your clothes on all wet? You know what I'm saying? But you know, put on your undergarments and definitely like walk around a little bit, just chill. You don't gotta put your clothes on right away, man. Like I'll be in the house almost damn near butt naked. It's my house, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I do whatever I want to do. So I'm gonna walk around that house butt naked if I wanted to. Ain't nobody gonna tell me nothing. So
Hey.
yeah, definitely
Hey,
definitely gotta
if it take
dry
him a
your.
little longer to answer the door, know he walking around butt naked. Like if you take him a little longer to answer the door, you knock on King Taco. He naked with the towel on.
If somebody's at the door and they knocking on the door and they want me that bad, they gotta wait. They're
He
gonna
gotta
have to
wait.
wait. You know what I'm saying?
Open that door like, what's up? I'm just playing. I'm just and
Man,
it ran from the
that'd
door.
be some shit. Oh hell
Yeah,
no.
everything. Boy, it was definitely a blast vibing with you. Y'all definitely go check out his song Dream Chasing and TLC because I swear some of y'all need some. We all need a little TLC. Go check it out on all major platforms, bro. Keep doing your thing. Let people know some future projects before we get off this thing. What are a future project that you're working on, and throw your social media out there.
Yeah, so y'all can follow me on Instagram, DK King Taco. Like I said, DK King Taco. You can find me on all platforms, Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube, SoundCloud, whatever you got, I probably on it. And I got a new project coming out on May 31st called Desperate. It's another one kind of like dream chasing in a way. It's a little more heartfelt, not so high energy, but it's definitely one that you're gonna listen to. You're gonna sit in a dark room. Y'all gonna smoke a little blunt or maybe
Yeah.
grab a little beer, sip on some, and just be in your feelings for a little bit. So it's definitely something fire. I got a whole bunch of dates coming up to go perform. I'm meeting up with my man. I'm opening up for my man Fat Joe
Hey.
August 3rd. Gonna be crazy as hell. So definitely y'all gotta link with me and check me out, man, because it's this is an adventure that y'all don't want to miss.
Yeah, and they don't want to miss it, bro. Definitely go in. I know you're gonna show out Fat Joe, but go in. I see your stage presence, bro. it's breathtaking. Go in, you feel me? There's a lot of cats don't do that these days. Grab the crowd and have everybody singing your song. You be having tears in that motherfucker while everybody's singing, you know what I'm saying? Though keep going, bro. I love it. I love it. And nobody told y'all today, tomorrow, yesterday that they love you. Know that Shard from the P.E.G podcast love you. My man, King Taco. He love y'all. He making love music, R&B, making y'all cry, sob, drink, and think about your problems at the same time. You feel me?
Yep.
Go ahead, tap in with him. We here. We love y'all. And bro, you know, keep going. I know you be working, so don't be out here. I know you don't get in no trouble, you know, but don't get in no trouble. Keep doing the music. Keep inspiring people, man. Like you inspire me. You know what I'm saying? So thank you, bro. And we see y'all next time here at the P.E.G podcast. Let's go.
Yeah.